Guess you guys aren't ready for that yet. But your kids are gonna love it. Right.
Marty, that was very interesting music.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind, but George asked if he could take me home.
Great, good, Lorraine. I have a feeling about you, too.
I have a feeling, too.
Listen, I gotta go, but I wanted to tell you that it's been educational.
Marty, will we ever see you again?
I guarantee it.
Well, Marty, I want to thank you for all your good advice. I'll never forget it.
Right, George. Well, good luck, you guys. Oh, one other thing. If you guys ever have kids, and one of them, when he's 8 years old, accidentally sets fire to the living room rug, go easy on him.
Okay.
Marty. Such a nice name.
A long, long time ago. Actually, it was only 4 years ago. That year, 2021. I thought of a podcast idea. It was so much fun that first year that I figured I would do it again. The next 2 years I did the sequels. Compared to the first, there are no equals. The fourth year, as you all know, was that silly cartoon show. And when March 31st arrived, I wouldn't say I almost cried, but I thought it best to decide to say my last goodbye. But I lied about Marchy McFly, said that last year was the last year and that the show had died. But I found a way to keep the podcast alive, and I'm gonna call it Marchy McFive. I'm gonna call it Marchy McFive. Yeah, I lied about Marchy McFly, said that last year was the last year and that the show had died. But I found a way to keep that podcast alive, and I welcome you to Marchy McFive.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's March 26th, which means it's the 26th day of Marchy McFly, which means it's the 26th day of Marchy McFive, which means for the 26th day, I'm here talking to you about Back to the Future. Today, I'm discussing 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 38 seconds to 1 hour, 33 minutes, and 14 seconds. Yes, there is an extra second today. It's a 3 minute and 36 clip, and I have an extra second. I can't do it alone, which means returning to Geek Mentality for the 8th time, joining Marchy McFly for the 4th time, my friend Drayson. Welcome back, Jay.
Hey, it's me. I'm back. Thank you so much. I've been dying. I missed it last year. Thank you
You
for
lucked
having me
out.
back.
You lucked out last year.
Did I? I heard it was fantastic. But I'm glad and I'm happy and I'm honored to be back.
Awesome. I just want to get this out of the way.
Okay.
Back to the Future premiered on July 3rd, 1985, which is 879 days after the part 1 of the season 5 very special episode of Different Strokes, The Bicycle Man.
I was going to, you know what? I said, listen. I was actually going to interrupt you and say, I'm going to say the first thing because I need to address the elephant in the room. There's an elephant in the room. That elephant's name is Gordon Jump.
we can't shake that guy.
You can't, right? So I'm glad that you addressed it. The room has an elephant. The elephant's name is Gordon Jump. In that room is wine and pizza and Dudley.
And Arnold is the voice of reason, which is shocking.
He didn't want any of this.
He didn't want anything to do with
any of this. He didn't want to jump right into a situation with another boy and another dude. That's a lot. You got to ease into that. No. He hasn't even had the other dude yet.
I mean, it's pizza and wine, though, which is, kind of a wonderful, combination.
I told you I wanted that.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was like, man, I can't wait till I get older so I can have some wine with this pizza. I thought it's a thing.
That's the thing, obviously.
It's overrated, though.
I would imagine so.
I had it. I thought my shirt was going to fall off immediately. It didn't.
It made me sleepy. The pizza man was very happy. I was going to follow up by mentioning this clip opens up with Marty saying, guess you guys aren't ready for this, but your kids are going to love it. And I was going to say, but I'm not going to say because it's really immature and inappropriate to say that's the same thing that Gordon Jump would have said to Mr. Drummond if he just had a chance to explain himself.
He said, wait a minute.
You don't understand.
Wait a minute. You don't understand. You're not ready for this.
Yeah. Have you ever gone to Chuck E. Cheese? What do they have there? Kids, what else do they have there? Pizza. The only thing they're missing is wine. I'm adding wine. I'm making it more mature. How could you say it's inappropriate when wine is what adults and what gentlemen and ladies drink? Mm-hmm. That only makes it more appropriate. If anything, you're inappropriate for not giving your son wine.
Oh wow! We did it early.
Got it out of the way.
You did it early. I'm glad you were prepared. I was prepared as well, but you beat me to the punch. I
literally texted my friend Chris yesterday. I said, my friend Jay's going to be on the show, so get ready for mentions of Gordon Jump and a shirtless Dudley.
Have you watched that episode since we've discussed this?
Have
you rewatched it?
I have. I don't know if I've watched it ever. I think there's some clips on YouTube. I must have watched it a million years ago, but I still want to do a deep dive, NPR investigative, fake episode called The Bicycle Man, where it's like very public radio.
Yes. Yeah. You have to do it. I know we speak about.
I tell you, every year.
Every year we speak about a couple of things. One is you watching King of the Hill. That it never happens. But I don't know that we ever talk about you having to rewatch that Different Strokes episode. But I think you do, because I did this was several episodes ago that we started to start this tangent.
Did you have anything to eat and drink with it?
I did not. I did not prepare for it properly. I didn't even eat it. It was so good. It was better than I remember. It was better. You need to watch it.
Oh my goodness.
And we need to pick a month where we can analyze every minute of that episode.
Bicycle May. Man, yeah, bicycle Gordon. Wait a minute. Gordon Jumpuary. Oh my God.
Something. You can flesh that out later, but at the very least, rewatch the episode. And
minute by minute.
It won't disappoint you. It will not disappoint
The Bicycle Man Minute, a 22 episode series.
He lived right behind the bicycle shop. It was weird.
Oh man.
Who does this? Not even upstairs. Not upstairs. It's like in the back where more bicycles should be, but it was his bed.
Interesting. So did he run the bicycle shop?
Yeah, he owned the bicycle shop. And his bedroom was in the back.
Now, here's a thought. Could he actually repair bicycles, or was this all a front?
I think he probably had some bicycle expertise. It's unrealistic because I don't feel like that's a zoning possibility. I think it's got to be the residential part has got to be above the commercial.
Yeah, he's
part.
definitely breaking some law.
Yeah, I don't think,
at least one law. He's probably breaking more than one law.
He's breaking a couple, right?
I would guess.
He's breaking a couple.
He's trying to break even more.
Yeah, he's working on a few. But the episode is worth a watch. He's doing some wild stuff. He's pretty invested. I mean, he's pretty invested in kids. Because maybe not. Maybe he doesn't care at all about bicycles. And maybe he just feels like that's the breadcrumb to bring these kids in here.
Right.
Which is not a great breadcrumb. Because kids could come with their parents to buy a bike.
Like in the 90s.
He should be selling baseball cards.
Yeah,
or
something.
Chewing gum or something like that. Kids could come in with their own money, with their own nickels, and be like, hey, parents? Come right over here. You know what I mean? This is great. But half of those kids are coming
have something to wash it
down.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
half of these kids are coming in with their parents.
Yeah.
That's not a good situation.
Those disgusting adults.
Yeah, they're just, C blocking this whole thing going. You know what I mean? They're like in the way. Why? You know what I mean? But that's for another episode. I've already taken this way further than it needs to go.
This is the tangent we have to go on after 26 days of talking Back to the Future. If we didn't talk about it, I feel like we would be doing a disservice to the podcast as a whole and to our kind of ongoing podcast theme.
And to your loyal listener.
All of him.
But just me.
Yes,
I'm gonna
yes, of course. Of course.
Postulate more theories about this episode. You have to watch this episode.
And I know my friend Eric's probably listening right now as he's doing taxes.
He's not.
I know this too.
He's not going to appreciate things I've said.
Oh, he definitely will. He will love this.
No, he's not going to. I apologize. I apologize to you, good sir.
Never.
I'm gonna turn this. I'm gonna make sure Mike get refocused on the clip.
Okay, so
I want to hear some of your insights.
So Dudley goes. Oh wait, no, we're done with that. We're done with that. So
Dudley.
Marty. Yeah, Dudley McFly. No, Marty. Dudley was great in Friday 13th 5. All right, Marty comes out, plays the guitar. Obviously, everyone in the audience is looking at him strange. And then Marvin Berry's like, "What the hell did you do to my guitar?" He goes around.
He had hung up on Chuck at this point. I had hoped.
Yeah, he hung up on Chuck.
This is terrible.
Like Chuck, as I said, I don't know how he heard all the lyrics, but he heard enough to get it perfect. Maybe Marvin just remembered everything, filled them in later,
sure.
To invent rock and roll. Thank goodness for Marty McFly.
Absolutely.
I love that.
We got to put him in the African American Hall of Fame. At this point.
Exactly.
He's an honorary brother.
This and the blues pioneer Martin McFly.
Marty Smooth McFly. You have to give him a nickname. Something going to be in the middle of there.
I love Lorraine says, Marty, that was very interesting music. George is already jumping on the Lorraine train and saying, I'd like to take Lorraine home. Marty's like, I have a feeling about you too. She's like, I do too. And then when George shakes Marty's hand, I notice that he's already kind of carrying himself a little more confidence.
Right, George.
I just kissed a girl and I liked it.
Yeah, he's got really that swag now.
He's got that swag, yes.
Got that swag now.
I think
he also should be in the African American Hall of Fame because he's got swag. I mean, both of them. This is practically a black movie. I think I watched it on BET the other day.
They at least give him an Essence Award, right? Isn't that an award?
Give him an Essence Award and give Marty a Soul Train Award. Let's call it a day. The people want it.
I believe the medical term for what George has is stank on his hang low. Is that what they call it now? Just from that little kiss. It's like, yeah, it is what it is, man. No big deal. I'm going to take her home. She's like, what? Don't worry about it. Ain't no thing.
Listen here, you square. She's my woman now.
Get out of here.
She's my woman now.
You goddamn alien. What are you, an angel or something? I mean, seriously, they don't question anything.
Was you touched by an angel? You ain't no Della Reese. Get out of here.
I'm going to slap a bitch.
Sorry, Eric. Who am I apologizing to?
Eric? No, Eric is working right now up until the tax deadline. He loves this. I guarantee he's loving this. So one thing I noticed, Marty, he tells them they don't actually question like, hey, if you ever have kids and one of them accidentally sets fire to the living room rug when he's 8 years old, go easy on him. So George is like, okay, when he should have been like, what? What the hell are you talking about?
Did we discuss that already? Like, does that even matter? I mean, Marty's what's the difference? He would have already experienced that, or not experienced that. Why would you need to change that?
That's true. This version of Marty never gets to know that. This version of Marty had the shit beat out of him by George, obviously. That's why he says go easy on him.
Yes.
In the original one, George took a belt to him.
Right.
It's like,
George.
In my house. Butthead. I learned it from Biff.
From you, Dad.
Why, Dad? Why?
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what that changes at this point.
That is true. It's like a funny line to say, but when you actually think about it, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do this Marty any good. There's that other Marty.
8-year-old Marty, right?
Never even met.
Like
yeah. A different Marty from a different. maybe they don't even burn the rug. Maybe they could
Everything
afford
changes.
they could afford better rugs.
Yeah, they had fancy rugs when they went back.
They didn't.
Persian.
Nothing changed in that photo. You think maybe like they put on a little better clothing, but nope.
Oh yeah, they should have had like high price stuff.
I thought they should have that or a fourth kid in there or something like.
Who's this kid?
You're like, what? And then
Yeah,
George,
because they're more lovey-dovey.
right? They're more lovey-dovey.
More.
And George just winks. He's like, "We're gonna get started tonight." They have a much older kid because the night of the prom he got her in trouble.
Oh, would it be possible for Marty to turn into a female?
That could have happened. Like, oh, he's just like, he
starts
gets up,
showing
and then all of a
breasts
sudden
immediately. He's like, "Oh,
he
what's
looks
going
down,
on
oh
here?
my God,
My
great
breasts are coming in."
I've gone full female. Great Scott. Great Scottina. I don't know.
And then Doc explains
These are
that to
heavy.
him.
And he touches them. He's like, these are heavy.
He's like, "Oh, stop talking about the Earth's gravitational pull." He's like, "I don't know, it's the pull of my breasts. They're brand new and they're heavy."
And then, Doc would notice the difference. Actually, everyone would freak out. No one freaked out when he put his hand up and he was disappearing. No one in the star letters, no one on stage, nobody noticed him disappearing. That was fine. Like, he's looking at his hand. Like, you'd think Marvin would be like, what the hell's going on? This guy's an
Chuck.
alien.
Be like, "Chuck, forget what I just told you. This guy disappeared."
This guy's an alien. He's definitely like Marty should have been. I mean, George should have been like, wait a second. Are you Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan? Are you going to melt my brain? But all that happens. Oh, this is actually, I wrote down, this is the last time we ever see young Crispin Glover as young George. We'll see young Lorraine again. We'll actually relive this scene again, but we never see the actual young George. We just get the Temu version, the cheap version. When you see his face, it is really bad version. They blur him out but when you actually see the makeup, it is just a disservice.
Yeah, it's sad. The great
again,
Crispin Glover.
I'll never live down how good part 2 could have been if he was part of it, or even part 3.
Absolutely.
Yep. Meanwhile, we jump over to the clock tower. The wind is whipping. There does seem to be a storm coming, and Doc is wondering where the hell Marty is. He looks at his wristwatch on his left wrist.
Damn, where is that kid?
Then he pulls out a pocket watch.
Damn,
Then he looks at another watch on his right wrist.
damn.
I'm not sure I haven't noticed it was 3 different things all the time. In as much as I've watched it, I'm like, oh, he's doing 3 different things there. And it's his obsession with clocks. Remember, he has clocks all over his workshop after he burns his house down. He couldn't save half the house, but he saved those pictures of Thomas Edison and Einstein. Those are the only things he grabbed, the photos. And all these clocks. We got to get out of here. So Doc's like, damn, where's that kid? Marty finally shows up. He pulls up outside the Western Auto Store, which is, according to the sign, the world's leading auto accessory store, which seems nice. But he's late. And he's late because he had to go change. He's like, I had to go change. I couldn't go back in that zoot suit.
I know.
Did you have to change?
He's risking it all. I would have been very early.
Like,
I would have been, as soon as I got out of that gym, I'm sprinting over there. I'm not changing this.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't be caught dead in this.
He's
insane,
like,
right?
yeah. And he didn't have to be late. He didn't have to play that song. He didn't have, he could have just like, I'm out. I'm back. Goodbye.
Exactly.
I have other things. What are they're not going to worry about me. But then I'm like, where did he go? Did he go back to Doc's? Did he go to the school bathroom? Did he change in the car? I don't know. It should have been part of the plan. Change when you get back to 85. Keep the clothes. You can sell them. They're vintage. They look, they're perfect shape. But he tells Doc the old man really came through, laid out Biff with one punch. He didn't think he had it in him, but he's never stood up to Biff before. And Doc should have been like, what are you talking about? You were supposed to, I thought you were going to take advantage or take liberties with your mother.
Crazy. You handled that episode quite nicely as well. I enjoyed that.
Oh, thank you. And he, because even the plan is terrible when you think about it.
It's terrible. And I was thinking, not to take you on a tangent, because I would never do that.
No.
That's not like me at all. I was thinking to myself, man, this Marty guy, he's gonna take liberties with his mom.
Yes.
Do you know how crazy that? If I was Marty and they were like, all right, here's the plan, you got to do this. I'd be like, I guess I live in the 50s now. Now, where can I get some more zoot suits? Because, what's there to do on a Friday night in the 50s? Because this is where I live now. I exist here now.
My mother would take, like, when I was a kid, she'd take one of my ice cream cones and lick it. I'd be like, all right, you can keep it.
Yeah, keep that.
I don't want that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
50s it is. Yeah, all right. So what are we doing? You know, where's the jukebox? Point me in the direction of the jukebox because this is where I live.
I better get a job and start investing. You'll be rich. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be a prophet. I'll start predicting the future. It'll
Exactly.
be crazy. But yeah, that's a rough thing. That was a rough plan.
It really was a piss poor plan. And Doc was like, yes,
plan.
yes.
And it's kind of weird that Marty even decided to go through. It's weird.
And Doc was all for it too. He's like, this is the best we got.
You put
very
your
strange.
hands all over your mother.
You tell me in great detail what you did.
Crazy.
So, but Doc's not like, wait, what do you mean? Biff, what are you talking about? I thought you were going to do that. It's like, oh, no. Actually, Biff showed up, which, really probably turned out for the best. And he locked me in a trunk. There was this whole musical number. It was a real adventure. He's like, you're almost late, you dummy. Doc's like, what song did you play? And he's like,
in what key?
Yeah.
Like,
and it wasn't even B. It was wrong. Someone mentioned that the other day. It was,
I appreciate that as well.
Unless they tuned it down, then it's fine. So Doc, he looks at the photo, he sees they're all back, and he's like, he's never showed up to him before. So you could see they planted a little seed right there that something might change. Something, he suspects something. But Marty's like, why? No, why? And he's like, oh, never mind. And he starts getting Marty into position. He tells him, we're going to set the clock at exactly the time you left so that it's like you never left. So we're going to set it at the exact same time you came back in time. It's like you never left. He sets up a little alarm clock, which he just winds it up. I don't know how accurate it is, but it has to be accurate. And he says, when that clock goes off, hit the gas. And then we get this just very, very dramatic embrace between them. They look at each other because Marty's thinking, this is it. Next time I see you, you're going to be DEA dead.
Well, I guess that's everything.
Thanks.
Thank you.
They got a great little hug. Marty's sad. Doc is like a lady. He's like, thank you. He's like, see you in about 30 years. I hope so. And he's like, don't worry.
As long as you hit that wire with a connect.
And right at that moment, it cuts off. So we don't know what happens. We know that he got his parents back together. That seems to be fine. That seems to be plan A done. And now he needs to get back to the future.
Hanky-panky session with his mom. Apparently that was plan B.
Yes, that was definitely plan. It was plan
B through D.
Yeah, it was plan I for incest. He's like, I'm going to call this plan I. What? For what? No reason. But just work with me, Marty. Doc's like, yeah. Tell me.
We'll set up your portable television studio in the back seat so I can get my jollies later.
Yes, purely for research. I want to see, if we want to make sure there's no I can't even think what's the time. I can't even think of what is when there's a time disturbance. It's the specific. It's something in the time continuum, a space-time continuum. I can't think of it. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're just making Doc into a complete creep.
No,
which is
he had a creepy plan.
I mean,
which Marty was okay with. He's all right.
Yeah. He's like, what are you going to do if it doesn't work? And Doc's like, I'm going to sell bicycles.
Yeah, I'm going to have a great night.
I'm
going to have one hell of a story.
It's great. And then years later, Marty's like, Dear Penthouse Forum. I'm a scientist. Like, wait, what? So that's it. That is the 3-minute and 36-second clip. Day 26 in the book. And really, the fun moment is, that's him talking to his parents. I think that's like the big, and I guess you guys aren't ready for this yet. But your kids are going to love it.
Now I can only hear it out of Gordon Jump's mouth.
No, right? Exactly, right? I guess you guys aren't ready. Yeah. No, you don't understand. Your kids are going to love it.
Your kids are going to love it.
Mr. Drummond's like,
I will.
And Mr. Drummond's like, okay, I guess he's right. Kids love bicycles.
Backroom bicycles.
Backroom bicycles. That's the name.
Bedroom bicycles.
That's the full name of the the podcast.
Shop.
On the next episode of Bathroom Bicycles, we try to track down Gordon Jump's granddaughter to ask her what the hell was he thinking to be on that episode. He ruined, even coming back for WK, the new WKRP in Cincinnati did not help the stain that this episode put on him forever. It'd be funny if there was something about it, like his career just never was the same after that.
Never the same after that. Was he already on KRP in Cincinnati?
This was 1983, so I think at that point they were still on. Yeah, because was it a late '70s show? Maybe it was at the same time. Yeah,
no, it was probably after. I think KRP might have been before.
Yeah,
because Venus Flytrap and Johnny Fever, they're very 70s.
Very 70s, and I think 70s. He comes back for the new WKRP. He was like, "I got nothing else, please." He kept trying to get revivals forever. Oh, if he just lived to see the streaming era, I'm assuming.
Never go full pervert.
No, you can't. You can't come back from that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Gordon. I really shouldn't look up Gordon Jump so much because it's going to start putting like, oh, he passed away. 22 years ago.
He passed away
in 2003.
Did they have like the memoriam feed on the Oscars thing? You know how they do the.
They should have at least on the Emmys, and if they did,
the Emmys, yeah.
I pray that they used a clip from WKRP in Cincinnati and not Different Strokes.
I pray for the opposite.
They submitted the wrong thing, so his family was like, oh shit.
Maybe they should have just used this like a screen capture of just Dudley with his shirt off. Like, oh man, you missed the it's actually the wrong completely the wrong show and the wrong part of the show.
Standing there. He's still alive. Shamir Moore I think that's his name. Shamir. He's still alive. He was wait a minute. What was he on? He was on Family Matters. What was it? He was like, he had it. It wasn't. What the hell was his name on?
Dudley was on Family Matters.
Dudley was on Family Matters. Shiv Moore played the character of. Wait a minute. No, that's not his name.
Shamar Moore is another guy.
No, yeah. Okay, wait.
Soul Train.
Dudley. I really should look this up in incognito. And I've gone Jordan Jump, Dudley. Dudley.
You really like this episode.
Different Strokes. Okay. Shavar Ross. All right. Shavar Ross.
Shavar Ross.
Then Family Matters. He played the character of. Oh, come on. He was Weasel. He was Eddie's friend Weasel.
I remember Waldo Faldo. Weasel sounds familiar, though.
Yeah, I think he was... So wait a minute. He had a recurring role.
Yeah, it does sound familiar.
As Weasel. And let's see. He was best known for Friday 13th, 5 Different Strokes. 43 episodes of Different Strokes. 5 episodes of Magnum P.I.? Really? And
quite the career.
13 episodes only of Family Matters.
That's not bad.
So it didn't matter enough. Family Matters just not there. It was early on. I think they probably replaced him with Waldo Faldo.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
It may have been the same episode. He may have like I think they were on probably the same episodes. I think he had like 2 friends.
Crossover. He was like, we only need 1 friend. Sorry, Weasel. Pop goes the Weasel, and he's out. He's out. That's how they let him know. They sent him a letter. Pop goes the Weasel.
See, you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to do. I know what the Weasel thing is. They're trying to do Cockroach. There's only one. Cockroach.
You know, I friggin' thought of Cockroach the exact same.
They're trying to do Cockroach.
It's exactly the same thing.
He's not Cockroach.
Yep.
He's not Cockroach. Nobody's been Cockroach since Cockroach.
No, and Cockroach then went on to be on Martin.
Yeah,
and
but
have like
he was okay, but the Cockroach character.
Oh, the Cockroach was great. Yes,
he was incredible.
I haven't done the Cosby Show for a sitcom of You Faithful yet. I don't know if I will. I don't know if I'm going to touch that one.
They never had one. They never had a Christmas.
They never had a Christmas episode?
They never had a Christmas episode. I would have already proposed it.
I could have sworn with all those sweaters, one of them would have been a Christmas episode. That is crazy.
With all those ugly sweaters. Every episode was Christmas.
I'm going to put something in your eggnog. That's Bill Cosby. There we go. This show is off the rails, and that's why I love having you on. Jason.
Yeah, it's great. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much
for coming. Thank you for joining the show. I know you'll be back for Sitcom All Ye Faithful again.
Absolutely.
looking forward to watching King of the Hill for the 4th time when that comes around. Is there anything you want to, any final words, final thoughts, things you want to share or anything?
Yeah, I want to apologize if I was a little tardy. I mean,
well, that's all right.
Those people listening won't make a difference, but I do apologize. I know Mike's time is very valuable.
Unless I put 15 minutes of silence before the show.
Yeah, unless you did that. You should have done that.
I should have.
Just to let people know.
That would have been,
how inconsiderate I am.
I'd be like,
but I do apologize.
No worries. It was worth it.
I appreciate the invite. I appreciate the series. It's going really well.
Oh, thank you. It was worth it just to see you emerge on camera.
Oh my God, it was terrible, guys. Thank goodness you guys don't want to see what's happening here on the screen.
Oh, he looks
good. I'm gonna have and when we reconvene for sitcom O Ye Faithful, I'll have a new webcam. I'm gonna have a new webcam. I've made a decision.
Excellent.
I can't look at this any further. I'm disgusted by it.
But yes, Jason will be back in December. I will be back tomorrow. But until then, you can follow me on all the socials at Geek Mentality. You can follow on TikTok, Geek Mentality Mike, Facebook, Fans Not Experts, on YouTube, Fans Not Experts, and the website is fansnotexperts.com. I'll be back tomorrow. Jay will be back in December. Jay, thank you for coming. And until tomorrow, my friends, here is my theme song.
This is I made it. This is what I needed. And I hope you listen and subscribe. What's the next line? Give it to me.
Because I'm kind of funny.
Funny, handsome, my mom says. I think that I'm worth your time. And I kind of. Oh no, I got it wrong.
That's all right. Oh, listen to this. It was so. Fans Not Experts.
Oh, Fans Not Experts. God,
you got like 10% right.
I was like 2%. That was horrible.
This is my podcast. I made it. Geek Mentality's what I named it. And I think you should listen and subscribe. Cause I'm kinda funny and awesome. I think that I'm worth your time. And I'm kinda handsome. My mom says, please listen and please subscribe. At least listen to this episode.
Fans Not Experts.
I'm surprised I didn't say Mama say Mama Sama Makusai. That's not in there? Is that in there?